right. Well, we have the Xbox brand. People are saying it's collapsing. Xbox is dead. People are losing their jobs. People are dying. No, I mean, yes, Xbox shifts a lot of shit around. Same with Microsoft. They are probably not doing the greatest, as great as they would hope. That's for sure. But they are not like, this is a massive company, and we all know what this is about. It's number one, woke failures, and number two, also the insurgence of AI and all that shit. So they like to split it up a bit and make it, like fraction off these people. It doesn't change the fact that 9,000 people were nerfed from Xbox. And yeah, they probably are not doing as well as they possibly could have hoped. So yeah, we got Blizzard, we got Microsoft, we got all these peoples. Let's see what IGN has to say about this also. We must make choices to continued success. They're putting AI in everything. They're using AI for everything. The gaming layoffs come as part of an eye-watering round of cuts across Microsoft. 4%, which is huge. Like everybody's like, oh, it's only 4%. Oh, it's only 9,000 people out of that. But like, those 9,000 motherfuckers that are got nerfed from this. So of course, we have people like Phil Spencer, coming to today we made sharing impact on colleagues around our organization to position gaming for enduring success. Number one, they are just totally fucking things up themselves. They wouldn't have had to make so many decisions if, there wasn't something better, some better news around the corner. But this is what they do. This is what companies do. They get rid of unnecessary people. They have failures from wokeness and stupidity, and they also have, they're not gonna say it like, oh, we support artists, we love artists, we have to help people. Every business is going to use AI. They don't give a shit about people. They don't care that some poor person doesn't have a job and is probably going to lose their mortgage and house. They don't care. All they care about is making money, and that's where this is mostly coming from. Number one, woke failures. Number one, pressure on the industry for money. And number two, or lastly, is AI. They're going to use AI for all kinds of shit. Now, tragically, and I was not holding out hope for this. This wasn't in my top games of all time list. This is literally just like a side note for me, and I'm like, it could have been good. I mean, you could have had some goodness here. They canceled a Perfect Dark game that looked, not bad, not overly bad. Besides the weird look of Joanna Dark, which we all know is where that's coming from, is the feminist that the studio wanted to make her look good. So again, IGN here. The Troubled Perfect Dark reboot is cancelled. Troubled it was indeed, and what a fucking shame. What a crying shame. Look at that chin on her. Man, she looks like she teaches gender studies courses at a fucking night school. Yeah, and then, okay, yeah. So here we go with Paul Tassi. Not paying for Paul Tassi's bullshit. The long gestating shooter reportedly troubled development. It was a AAA dubbed Quad A. Oh my God, they're Quad A. Yeah, and then they have this Everwild game too, which is, just looks, like a random free to play on fucking Steam. Rain Story developer a chance to develop a new IP, and now the chances have been erased, despite just months ago Phil Spencer singing its praises. Yeah, don't they do that? Hey, don't they go, oh, it's going good. Don't worry, it's going great. We love it. It's a great project. There's so much fun to be had in Everwild, and it gets fucking shit canned. So, I mean, yeah, you got things like this. Let's have a look at the gameplay of this. Look at that, 30 to 4 to 3. It's not overly bad. almost a mil views. Yeah, this isn't an overly bad looking one. Okay, I'm seeing gameplay of it. It kind of has a neat little quirky. Joanna Dark kind of looks like a woke feminist, but I mean, there was something here and they failed it. Wait, she just flies into that. Oh god, look at that face. Why did you have to make her look so ugly? But look at this. Like, obviously this is curated. Obviously this is probably made in some, specific catered way. There's nothing gameplay wise in this. But they're trying to give you an idea of what it's going to be like. And if there was a mod that fixed Joanna's Dark's appearance, and this was the gameplay, this would not be half bad. This doesn't look bad at all. This is a great looking idea. It's an interesting location. It's got that kind of tech future that was reminiscent of the first game. And they fucking shit canned it. Keep the project going, change Joanna Dark's fucking appearance, and you would have had a pretty moderately interesting game that I would have wanted to check out. But of course, there's so many fucking idiots in the gaming industry today who have no idea what the fuck they're doing, and they don't really even give a shit about games. That some manager just called them on the phone and said, "Yep, Perfect Dark is over. Sorry, we got caught up in the woke nonsense bullshit again, and now there's no hype for it anymore." But yeah, look at this. Like, I remember when I saw this back about a year ago or whatever, I was like, no way. I was like, no way. They're not gonna make a woke feminist fucking Joanna Dark and have her, actually be in a wicked looking game. This is not bad looking material. And like I said, this isn't like they don't have like a working build of this that they're playing on a fucking PS5 right here. Like, this is like totally like a built in-game, not like a built in-game thing, but they have curated and made this experience as a prototype of what it might be like, and that I don't think is very bad. I don't think that there's anything about this that is overly horrible, and in many ways looks kind of awesome. And what a shame that they fucked that up. It just shows the gaming industry doesn't know what gamers want. They can projects that look good. They make shitty decisions on games that could have been great, like Joanna's weird appearance. And I don't know if they were just anywhere near even started on the project, let alone completed it. But if this was a working gameplay trailer, five, you know, 5 months from launch, I would be like moderately like, wow, this looks cool. So what a fuck up from Xbox. Now, everybody loves blaming Phil Spencer for shit. But I mean, look at the fucking president. This lady would never play video games. She was totally a DEI hire, and they fucking totally just was like, oh, look at, she's like a Harvard graduate business person. We'll just put her in charge of Xbox because diversity, equity, inclusion. Look at poor Phil. Look what you're doing to Phil Spencer. He should be the fucking president of the place. I mean, Phil Spencer kind of looks like the guy from Grandma's Boy. But, I mean, he's not a bad dude. I see genuine love for video games in Phil Spencer. She doesn't give a fuck about video games. This bitch doesn't give a flying fuck about video games. You know what she likes doing? She likes sitting in her office, writing annoying emails to fucking developers saying, we should do this. Make Joanna Dark look like a butch fucking bitch. Make a game like South of Midnight that we can get representation to people who barely play video games. It's like, this is the fucking shit that is wrong with video games. These people are fucking up the industry, and poor people like Phil Spencer have to deal with this annoying bitch as his boss. And I bet you a lot of the blame, at least 40% of the blame of all these people losing their jobs and all this cutting and all this fucking about and all these cancellations can be pointed right at their president, this Sarah Bond lady. And there's another one too. What's that Halo? Halo. Whoops. Halo president. It's called like Sarah Boone or something Boone or something. Halo president. Oh no, it's not that. I think it's C. I think she's the CEO. Pierre Hoods. Maybe that something Boone. Boone. Melissa Boone. Oh God, look at that. Chief of staff. Oh God, look at this woman. Look at this woman. Oh my God. Chief, we are so sorry, Chief. We are so sorry. Look, she hasn't posted for fucking like ever. She doesn't post. She barely posts on that because she's obviously scared of how much what people think of her. I have half the followers as she does on fucking Twitter. Look at this woman. Look at that shit. This is a representative of like 0.0% of whatever fucking gaming demographic plays Halo. Look at this woman. You're giving chief in charge of, I don't know what chief of staff is. She goes around the fucking office bitching at fucking developers all day probably. No wonder Halo's shit the bed so much. Okay, so like we have these things and Xbox is I like Xbox. I really, really, really liked Xbox 360. I loved it's like the cool gamer dudes Xbox attracts. That's its niche. That's its niche. The Gears of War guys and the Call of Duty bros and shit. That's what Xbox is all about. But these people are just ridiculous. Look at this shit. So yeah, I mean, like you have Xbox laying off thousands of people. You have, even before the Xbox there was tension at Halo Studios. I wonder why. I wonder why there's tension at Xbox Studios. Can anybody take a guess? It's like almost like they have a chief of staff woke ideology running Cal running around bitching at people in the studios. Could it be that Melissa Boone Cal running around yelling at people? Probably. So I asked Grok, I'm like, you know what, Grok, how many Xbox games are canceled? And it's like, meant significant layoffs and restructuring. They didn't really cancel a lot. They canceled an MMO Blackbird, which I never even fucking heard of. It was probably shit anyway. Unannounced projects. That's another thing you don't know, is that they're only going to announce the best possible news possible. So if the best possible news that they have to announce is like, fucking all these layoffs and fucking all this cuts and shit and cancellations, there's plenty of unannounced projects in the background. Matt Booty confirming and winding down of these projects and stuff. So they like, it's the same shit I've been saying for years, is that like the gaming industry is full of people who don't have any great ideas. They just don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what people play. They want to put in woke bullshit. They want to fucking put in annoying garbage that nobody cares about. But there is hope. See, I don't have much hope for Fable, but Gears of War E-Day looks pretty cool. And State of Decay 3, yeah. I mean, State of Decay isn't the best zombie game, but it works as a zombie game. And as long as they stick to the formula of the second game and work on it. Now, what are the chances State of Decay 3 gets fucking shit canned? I think that Gears of War is guaranteed to come out. And they'll give that, I would hope, that like the same as like the modern Dune treatment, is they just take it with like a very careful pinch of salt and put it in there because they want to make it absolutely perfect. But like, imagine how much money Candy Crush makes, and they cut 10% of the studios. Imagine how much money Forza Motorsport makes, 50% of stats. Imagine how much money Call of Duty makes. So you're thinking to yourself, and you're like, wonder why they're cutting all these people if they're making so much money. Well, number one, they've lost a lot of money because they're woke garbage, and number two, they are using AI now. Like the gaming industry is right now is going through a thing that's like it's like you're a texture artist at one of these big studios. You're like, they won't replace me. They won't replace me because they care about me because I'm a human being and I need a job and I have a family. And it's like the higher ups are like, okay, we got to get rid of the texture artist. Let's not do it too quickly. We could wait for the layoffs to come and when we announce 4% of the workforce so it doesn't look like we cut them for AI. And then they'll just have some algorithm tool that'll just be like, make concrete texture. This is something that would take a person like a day to do, or like a couple hour or an hour or so of work. Make texture for thing as per this and blah 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 blah. Boop, prompt. Bloop, we got our texture. Oh, look at all the money we saved. We saved $80,000 a year by just buying this texture or this AI tool that allows us to do shit. So I mean, it's all really funny stuff. Microsoft continues layoffs, but the Perfect Dark game, like, what a goddamn crying shame. Fixed Joanna's appearance, and this was a moderately entertaining project. So like, they just delete everything, Control Delete, and like end program or something on the Perfect Dark thing. This is a moderately entertaining looking product. It wouldn't be half bad. It just would not be half bad. And they fucking shit canned it, those cunts. What could have been and what might be one day. Now I want to give you a picture of Joanna Dark. 64. I want to give you a picture of how awesome Joanna could have looked. Where is that one? This is amazing. Look at this is what they took from us. Imagine if we had that gameplay with that Joanna Dark. What the fuck did they do with her? How do you get that from that? And that, I admit the 360 game wasn't my favorite. I played it and I was like, Perfect Dark, and I was like, it felt like a teen drama. Joanna Dark was all edgelord. This is the real Joanna Dark, and look at this representation of her. Bam! Long body, perky tits, beautiful. And they just didn't do it. Even this, not bad, but that's like more traditional. That's how she should have looked in the thing. Obviously with better graphics, but you don't get fucking that from that. That she's like a 4.5 out of 10 there, and she's like an 8.9 out of 10 there in this picture. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, they just like making bitches ugly. Just like making bitches ugly. And I loved Perfect Dark for the N64. Like, I mean, it was a game that defined a generation. It was a thing. So you really got to ask yourself what the fuck they're doing now. Now, obviously, this is the big gaming news. Everybody's been talking about Microsoft. Microsoft's not going anywhere. They're not going out of business. But what they have done is they've moved things around. They know, like, trust me, I'm telling you this. They will deny it left, right, and center to get Melissa Boone and Sarah Bond fucking yelling and screaming at people over this, but they know the wokeness kills games. They know it doesn't make money. So what they do is they take successful projects, they take the woke shit, they use money from the successful projects to help out with the woke shit that makes no money, and they use that to pump their ideology, but they know it doesn't make money, so they know they can't keep all these people around to make all these diverse fucking games and shit. And you see it happen in the industry because you always get layoffs. Look what happened to BioWare. Look what happened to fucking all the other stupid woke ass fucking video games that they made. They've been afterwards. They've been like, oh, sorry, we got to lay off a whole bunch of people. So I mean, that's what this is about. It's about AI. It's about a toxic gaming landscape created by stupid decisions. And it's created a lot about wokeness that kind of ruins games. And they're going to try and offset some of that cost of all the failures of wokeness. And they're going to try and use that AI to do that. Here's the thing about AI is that no company in the world gives a fuck about its employees. They only care about making money. Especially video game studios, which is a cutthroat industry. Trust me, it's a fucking cutthroat industry. Anybody would screw anybody over to get ahead in the gaming industry. And there is going to be a lot of that in AI. If you're some person at some game company and you're thinking, you're like, they won't lay me off because I have a house and I have a family and I have people who depend on me and and they'll be like, you know what, we gotta get rid of you. Sorry, we got AI fucking magic tool here just to be like click 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 click, click done. You know what I mean? So AI is gonna change the landscaping, and I've said this many times. I've said this many times. I've said that one day it won't even be like, developers making games. It will be you who are making video games because there will be AI technology that is so powerful and so complex and so crazy. We're not quite there yet, but we will be one day, guaranteed. Maybe soon. Like maybe, and we're talking years, 5, 10. You'll just be able to say, give me an open world SpongeBob SquarePants game with, multiple characters and epic story, FPS with rocket launchers, guns, and a full arsenal, and click, and it'll just give you that, and with like AAA quality. It would be insane because AI can do that. It, it it is the future of everything, entertainment, and it is AI is incredible, but I mean, shit like this is gonna happen. And you think that these fuckers are gonna give a shit who falls down along the way? Absolutely not. So I mean, that's the situation at Xbox. Wokeness is hurting the industry, obviously, because Microsoft is such a goddamn fucking woke bullshit game thing. And you got good, potentially decent projects like this being shit canned by people who don't even like video games, like Sarah, whatever her name is. She just doesn't even care about video games. She's just there to make money off you guys, off your Call of Duty skins. So that's the truth of Xbox. I feel for Phil Spencer because I think he's a decent guy. You know, I hate to say I fucking told you so, but I fucking told you so. Peace out.